There's a quote from Warren Buffett. It says, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Many people don't realize that 99% of the wealth that Warren Buffett has came after his 50th birthday. You talk about low time preference. This is someone who was a stacker. He was a stacker of equity in companies, but he was a stacker. He wasn't a trader. He was a stacker. So, just want to bring that because a lot of people are familiar with Warren Buffett. They know, a lot about him and they know his philosophy. But when we talk about time preference, he's someone that you think about, that low time preference. He made 99% of his money after his 50th birthday. I'm going to make sure I repeat that because I get comments and questions from people who are in their 30s, late 20s, and they're like, man, it's too late. I messed up. Life is ruined, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you are just getting started. When you had that low time preference, you're just getting started. So stack. You know what I'm saying? So which are you, right? Are you a speculator? Do you chase quick gains and you take high risk? Are you a saver where you value security and you prioritize low risk, or are you a long-term investor? You want steady growth, but you focus on sustainable assets, right? Those are three different things. I think everybody should be a little bit of a saver and a long-term investor. And even if you want to operate in all three of these, that's fine too, right? If you want to speculate a little bit, I mean, listen, I kind of operate in all these boxes, to be honest with you, my day-to-day spy trades, but even that is calculated. And I've given this game on our Sunday show. For those who don't know, we do a class every Sunday. Look on our YouTube channel. But I talk about the fact that even my speculation is calculated. I have X amount of dollars that I keep in an account just for speculation. And a percentage of all the money that I make speculating actually goes into my long-term investments. So even that's calculated, but you can operate in all, those different spots. So my takeaways from this is this. Understand your time preference. You want to choose your investments wisely. Bitcoin can be part of a low time preference strategy. So really stack sats. Consider your risk tolerance and invest for the long term. One thing I say is know yourself, right? Know yourself. You got to know who you are. The thing about advice when it comes to personal finance is it's personal, right? That's why I do not give investment advice. I am not your fiduciary. I'm just sharing about what I do, what I know, and, my journey as a Bitcoiner. But know yourself, right? One of the things you want to do, regardless of who you are, where you stand, is be someone that takes time to plan. Write out your goals. Set your goals and write them out. I'm going to repeat that. Set your goals and write them out. One more time. Set your goals and write them out. It's not good enough just to set them. Actually write them out, right? Be patient. Just make sure you are always operating in the I quadrant, as Robert Kiyosaki would say on the cash flow quadrant. Be in the I quadrant. I don't care what you do for a living, what proof of work you do to add value to the world. Be an investor. I don't care if you are a lunch lady who works in a lunchroom. I don't care if you are a day laborer. I don't care what you do. Be an investor. Everyone can be an investor, even if you're a SW, right? And, you out here, doing whatever you got to do to survive. You still can be an investor, right? You can be an investor. And I know y'all gonna be like, why you keep bringing up that? Because listen, it truly doesn't matter what you do to get your coin. And by coin, I mean your money, your coin. You can be an investor regardless of whatever it is you do for your proof of work. So everybody should be an investor. You know what I mean? So that is, my presentation on time preference. I want to send a special shout out to everybody who supports what we got going on at the Black Wealth Rebels. As a matter of fact, though, let me do this too, though. I want to make sure that if you're not a member of the Black Wealth Rebels, that you do become a member of the Black Wealth Rebels, and you can do so by going to blackwealthrebels.com. That's right.